Hi, Taurus. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Thank you so much for being here. Earlier in the month, I created an ink blot made in your name and essence bookmark style, and we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities, seeing what shapes and symbols stand out to our psyche and psychic senses. As well, Taurians, we're going to add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Gift is here, we have for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely. Taurians, I'm so glad you're here. I am going to get ready to open up. You know the drill. You can take a moment to start scrying, seeing what shapes and symbols stand out to you. Your talisman is here of success, and you actually have 2 angel card numbers. And sorry for any ink in my fingers. I'm going to take a moment to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can just do what you're doing. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race in the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Taurian Collective. Taurians, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude galore. All right. Oh, I'm already on it. Sorry. Just telling you, I'm having a silly day. I'm having a very silly day. So, and we'll let that be. It's okay. Oh, okay. It's a little bit of a tight. I feel like I'm like, okay. So there's a being up here, and there's a being here. And I feel as though there's like some mud or some muck. And I am actually connected to this. Maybe it's your feminine energy, masculine energy, somebody in spirit as well, because I feel like it's a past life partner. They did not incarnate in this lifetime. Okay. So, and it's like being pulled, you know, it's like I was stuck in quicksand or something like that. And there's a lot of energy and effort to be still so you don't sink further, or, you know, like running through water or doing one of those mud challenges, and just everything felt very heavy and thick, and like basic things sometimes could feel, you know, monstrous in their kind of energy and effort. But this feels like I'm being pulled out of that. I'm being pulled. For some, it could even be an acute state of grief, and it's beginning to transform. And there's a different person in spirit. This feels like maybe a parent. It's definitely a female. For some, it could be a grandmother. Anyway. I hear you. Thank you. And they're hearing your help, and she's helping draw you out. You know, for some, it's also a partner as well. That obviously did incarnate. But it's very specifically in that past life connection. There's been somebody helping you that did not incarnate in this. Anyway, okay, I'm not going to get stuck there. It's like being 2 points of the same sword, because I'm seeing the sword here, but it splits off into 2 points. So it's almost like I don't know, it feels very efficient. I've never seen it before. Okay, so I'm being brought out. There's something in the mind, though. This is how it's making me feel. It's very mindscape oriented, mental wellness, mental health, even the way my mind works and wanders. And sometimes I feel like I'm of 2 minds. Like maybe some sort of decisions have been tough for you. Donate. Thank you. If you do donate, links are below. Okay, Taurians, but here's the great thing. I'm being lifted out of this, and there is... Okay, it's like seeing an orchid or any sort of flower where it looks like it's been withering, but really it's preparing to give a new bloom somewhere else. But that bloom needed to go in order for the wellness or whatnot to go to this new bloom. And this is where I feel like I'm in a new bloom. Success. Yes, I'm in a new bloom. I'll take a look at you guys in a second. Okay, so there is either a goat or a gazelle or some sort of antlered animal, and their antlers, you know, it's not rammy because they're not curled. Like, they go so high. Your antenna, it's almost like when you might feel like this sometimes, you're just really sleepy and tired, like I'm hearing sleep. When you're tired, rest. Like legitimately rest. Not rest and do this, or chillax, like rest, legitimately rest, very restorative rest, whatever that is for you, whatever that makes you feel like. Because there's something being asked to be washed away. So now I'm seeing it like
You're listening.
rose stems. Doesn't have to be roses, maybe it's carnation, but pick a flower that means something to you. But you know, if you're going to put them in a bouquet and you have to like cut the ends of them to get like the next, you know, phase or something out of them, or like in the hydrangeas when they start to wilt, and then you like cut the bottoms of them, you know, you can smash the you know, little bottom of the stem a little bit, and you put them in hot water, not boiling but hot water, and then over time they'll start to perk up before. So I feel like if at some point in time, whatever hot water may mean to you, whatever that may feel like emotionally, mentally, physically, your spirits are being lifted because it's preparing you for something. Okay, what am I being prepared for? Okay, the expansion of 33. There was something, okay, there's something masterful in the mud, whatever that mud or muck, that heaviness that maybe you were going through. There was something very much so masterful for you there. I feel like you learned something about yourself. See, look at all this stuff in the mind. Like you have a whole, like too much, maybe even just too much. It's overwhelming. Too many thoughts, too many ways. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. Maybe it was about money. Maybe you're having a lot of thoughts, a lot of worries about money. Where money's going to come from, where money's going to go. But this is leaving you, these worries. So something must be coming in and say yes to life, because this is how, even in your scroll here, your bookmark scroll, it's like coming out. And I'm seeing it like, okay, like a big bath pillow and really resting. Even if you're just having a bath or in the shower, as in this case as the example, and really appreciating that time. Somebody else could be going to like a spa, like getting a massage or something along the lines. Work with a newcomer, and then you have here, don't isolate. Because I feel it's like, yes, it is mine. I feel as though at some point in time, Tori, you may have had to isolate going through this, whether this is grief, depression, worry, this whole committee in your head, or being responsible for a lot of people, places, or things. But here's the thing, Torians, I feel like because you are practical, you are a natural provider. And this is a role. Okay, so this is a role that you fulfill very well. Okay? But that doesn't mean that it needs to take all minutes of your moments away and to become mud. Now, if it, becomes heavy, as the material mundane world can, or even the magical world at sometimes, right? Just, cleansing out your aura, your skin suit, your mind, your meat suit, the whole kit and caboodle, maybe go for a drive, or whatever elements seem to work with you. Or you go to the spa and you don't just go for a massage. You're like, I'm going to go and get a massage, and then I'm also going to get my hair washed, or your beard trimmed, or your hair cut professionally. And you would never do that. But this is like, once in a decade thing that you're going to do. Pamper and polish your person and really receive that as a rejuvenation from literally your spirit. That's how I'm hearing it. Okay, I'm going to look at the cards. I can hear you. Relax. Okay. All right, I'll bring these up for you first so that you can take those in. Of course, you can always, if it focuses, apparently not, that's fine. I can say you can take a screenshot, but okay, 33. Any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. So you're not expanding the madhouse, right? If the mind's been a madhouse, you're doing something. Maybe you're talking to somebody. You're becoming a master of your own mind and recognizing when the chatter is just chatter. And then also recognize when it's time to listen. And this is your own alchemy of the mind that I feel like you understand, because it's like trying to create a million different things, be every person in the project, be everyone and everything. It's almost like you might have been before, like micromanaging your own mind and meat suit. And that is exhausting in and of itself. Even if this has nothing to do, Taurians, with other people and drawing it all the way home. And you may have isolated yourself at times in that. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us, because there's some fear about strife, and it's like, okay, I can't handle the responsibility of all of this, so you like go away. Maybe you had to go on vacation or something like that. But yeah, maybe that's not the case, and you're like, no, I don't want to leave this. I'm fine with being the provider or providing for oneself or others. But every so often, you need to step out. It's like, it reminds me of being young and in a large family of 5. And if my mom went in for a bath, you did not disturb. Like, HE double hockey sticks, it best be important. He was like, mom's going for a bath, that's it. Or dad's going for a shower, don't bother. Whatever the case is, like when they went into those private spaces to wash away, to trim up, whatever they do, as if your parents or just the presenter, the leader of other people or of your family, of your home, it's like taking time to replenish how you're presented, because it is reflective of your mind state, and try not to hide that as well, because there's a new idea coming through.
Understand.
I understand that I can't understand, but I'm not trying to fix anything, because it's a matter of like alchemizing this, because there's a shift happening. Right? That's how there's a shift. And the shift comes from you, from literally your spirit. Just the aura that you hold. You are a present, and you're wanting to work with a new energy. And somebody's sending you gratitude about this. It's almost like you're getting a thank you. You might also be receiving this as an example, this spa day, this accolade, this reward, this day off, or here's a bonus, whatever something might mean to you, even if it's just words or a hug from somebody. And they're kind of like declaring their appreciation for your auric energy. And this helps you to feel, once again, reinvigorated. My goodness, what's good? Right, it's hilarious. And then you have here 14. You are open-minded and always try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attentions, and efforts are meaningful. And I feel like this is what it's about. Maybe you are open-minded, maybe you're not open-minded. But you also have here the committee of, it's literally showing an open mind, but maybe it's just a busy mind. Okay? That's how it's making me feel.
Julie.
Every so often. And you might be overextending yourself, and there also could be somebody or something in the past that is kind of got a hold on you a little bit. And it could be a fear of something, even if it's abandonment, if a parent or a person or a partner passed, and you might have a little bit of abandonment and it's created an insecurity, but you're working through it. Somebody, you could be looking for a relationship as well, and somebody's declaring companionship towards you, or admiration again, whether it's romantic, corporate, creative is none of my business, but you know the channels. But it's like, yes, this is you, success. Yes, yes, yes. Taurians, I can't even say it enough. See if it'll focus now. Say yes to life. Say yes to your own success. You are so practical, but it's like your ability of practicality is expanding, and it's not to be filled with more chitter chatter. It's actually like being asked to be filled with a calmness to help ease the chitty chatter within the mind, right?
Up here.
Okay, and stop and think before you do things. Understand the reasoning. Don't justify what it is that you want just because you want it. There's something, and maybe that's your brilliance. Again, that's what a leader would do, right? They're not going to just randomly justify things because they know it serves something. It's like, no, let's really look at the facts, but then also look at how you feel about it as well. How you feel about it. Taurian's anticipation. It's interesting that came up. So, yes, see, there's something. You're going to be, if not given something, and you are in this mastermind space. And I kind of want to go like where from the committee of all these people, and then you organize them. You're preparing for something. Bouquets of flowers again are coming through. I'm seeing one of those clear umbrellas. You know what I mean? Like you pop it up, but it's clear.
Alice.
So you can still see things. It's like watching the weather. You don't necessarily want
Can you hear it?
I'm not sure, love. It's not that you want it to, you don't want to have a colorful umbrella or anything like that, but a clear umbrella still allows you to see to a certain extent your surroundings. And that feels important to you. Yeah, because you have communication. So you want to be able to still see something. This spirit up here truly wants to talk with you. And I feel like you are, Taurians, listening to your spirit. I don't know how else to say that. It keeps coming up because it's important. I'm also seeing, so now I think that's like a gazelle, or I feel like it's on like a fancy car. It's like an emblem of a fancy car. Is it like the Jaguar or something like that? I'm also seeing, I think it's a blue heron, if that symbol means anything to anyone. Okay, so I want to note in here as well, like work with a newcomer, somebody declaring, and then there's a communication coming in as well. So I don't know if you leave offerings for someone or something. If a message is important, it will let you know.
X.
Because I feel like there might be somebody around. It could also be a portion of your mindscape here, Master. And I get it. That's squawky. There's just a louder aspect. Like, I want food, like a bird. Like, I want food. I want food.
Alien.
But it's like maybe you leave things out for them. It's almost like I feel like I'm detoxing from a certain way that I think or do things that nurtures the mad mind, and now I'm trying to like make it a little bit more meditative. You know what I mean? And you just got to slowly stop feeding that bird that message. Okay, because then you also have here with the 33, you have growth. Somebody also might have a lot of children. Yeah, play. You might have a lot of children, or where you work, maybe they feel like children or they act like children. You might also be the boss of them. You might also be getting a promotion financially and of a position. Somebody also might be taking up a different sport or some sort of hobby. Okay, sorry. And I have here upheaval. Yeah, there is something in your life that happened.
Shine.
Okay, hold on. Preparation. Okay. So if there was some sort of upheaval, whether this is a person passing, job change, this, that, or the other. And and I get this, like the spirit box is saying, and I'm not saying that you are, but just in the spirit of interacting with it, saying you don't understand. Sometimes that placement is compassionately understood, and then other times just saying it's a cop-out. You don't want other people to understand because it's protecting your position within your own mind of sorts, right? And I'm not trying to be nasty, Nelly. I'm just simply letting you know things that I've experienced in my time. So receive or release freely, of course, and like, share, subscribe freely, of course. But I'm just saying sometimes that can be, you don't understand. Then try. If these people around you, or these energies around you, or these personalities in your mind that all want a voice equally, but there's a time and place. And it's like, okay, well, let's expand the space in which the playground is and start adding in some discipline. Like, that's what it makes me feel like. Like, there's play time and there's discipline time. There's rest and restoration time. And then there's receiving rewards time. And then there's also work hard, play hard time. Like, that's the kind of feeling I'm getting. But there's like something so successful about what you've been doing, because something happened in and around your even like your awareness. It's like, I figured something out. That's what it's making me feel like. You figured something out about your entire landscape, not only your mindscape, but the way you're living and moving about in your love and landscapes. The last judgment, the spirit of
Leo.
primal fire. See, because you're looking at everything, how you want to recreate things. And it's almost like this person right here coming out of this coffin is like them right up here in your scroll. The skin, spirit in the sky. It was preparing you for something. You might have even been the creator of the upheaval. Again, because you understand. It's like, do I, as an example, the way I'm seeing it,
Tap.
do I try and fix this old house or this shed or my car, or do I just get a new one? It's like, how many times you've invested in it, and then you have to make those quote unquote tough decisions, right? But it's like taking the word tough out of them. You're like, it's just a decision. It's just a decision. Six of Wands with the Lord of Victory in here as well. The spirit of the primal fire. The spirit of. See, you have so much of your spirit of what you want to create, how you will create. You're moving on from any unstable effort with the Seven of Swords here. And again, if these mean anything to you, please see, sense, and feel for yourself versus listening to my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. You're moving on from any sort of, whether it's unstable conversations or just creations around you, but you're still able to utilize them. So it wasn't like wasted time or anything like that. Princess of Cups with the Palace of the Floods. And then you have here the Two of Swords, Lord of Peace restored. Will you accept the peace? Success, yes. You are expanding into allow peace into your power. Your practical power. And then peaceful power. And I feel like hopefully I haven't not trying to be nasty Nelly along the way, but Taurians are tough as nails, and I'm not trying to say that to instill that toughness of that whole mind thing, right? Yeah, tough, no, this feels, tough as nails, soft as sheets, like in the best kind of sheets, or, a blanket or something like that. It's welcoming in this balancing of aspect. And it's almost like any sort of upheaval or any heightened thing you might have had was brought in or shown to you to show the space between those. And start nurturing that, closing the gap on something. And it's almost like interesting, closing the gap, and yet you are expanding. So by closing the gap, by this gap closing, you actually become more expansive. Somebody's just like proud as a peach of you. Somebody just literally is watching over you and they're proud as a peach. They also help you weather the storms, but so that you can still see for yourself, do for yourself. Okay, I've been yammering on way too long. Okay, Taurians, your last two cards here are the Emperor and the Ace of Cups, with the Two of Swords and the Lord of Peace restored. Will you accept the power of peace? Son of the Morning, if you've gone through some grief, but also stepping into that space of the Emperor. I'm seeing like this massive leap forward. Massive. It's like, I feel like I'm overflowing. I am overflowing with the amount of success in your spirit. And it feels peaceful. It's like being at a waterfall with this rushing water all around. But the negative ions and the negative particles that are positive for are just so refreshing and invigorating that I feel like Son of the Morning here. I got this and I can do this. And not all power comes from brute force. It's some. It's one way, but it's not the only way. But there's something about calming the chitter chatter. I'm not gonna lie. It's just there. Okay, Taurians. I'm gonna leave this here for you. I do hope this did inspire or irritate, But please do give it a like, share, subscribe. It does help the channel. All the links are below if you'd like to help a gal grow. Taurians, I will see you next month in March with a fresh ink blot, and we'll do it again. Awesome. Thank you. I got the power.